Cheeky suey. Good afternoon YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be very exciting because I'm out on my downhill bike. It's the first time I've properly used it. As you can tell by the title, I'm going to be trying it out on dirt jumps, which is going to be a really fun experiment. We're at Twisted Oaks Bikepark, so this place has everything. We're going to come to the dirt jumps a bit later on, but we're going to start off riding the dual track, which is literally just behind me. Okay, here we go then. Dual slalom track on the downhill bike. Let's see what it's all about. I love how smooth this bike feels. Woo! Oh, tabletop jump. Oh yeah! We've come over to the next bit of the trail, which is known as the traps, and it consists of a few little gap jumps, a wooden on-off feature and some berms. It's really good fun. Once again, I'm going to be interested to see how this bike handles on these jumps. Getting a big run up some gnarly speed for some full send action. Let's get it. Oh, close to the tree there with the old camera. Whew, this one's a bit boosty, yeah. My arm got in the way, but here's the manny, yeah. Okay, little no footer off of this. Hey, slope style rider on the downhill bike. Yeah. So this feature at the end is new, and I used it as like an on-off feature because the back of it's slanted, which is really cool. It's got a long landing. If you was going really quick, you could launch miles out of it, but the feature that I really want to hit next, or what I want to do on the feature, is go up to the wooden whale tail and try and manny the whole thing, because I think it's possible. Oh, that can work, you know. That is going to work. Ah! Oh yes! I'm going to take that because manualling off the end with this much suspension is absolutely terrifying. I'm happy with that though. It works so good. So we've now come over to the dirt jump section. It's really sick here at Twisted Oaks. There's loads of trails, and the good thing is they're all super progressive. So even if you're a beginner, there's tiny jumps over there all the way through to gap jumps to help build your confidence. Today, I'm going to be attempting the dirt jump lines on the downhill bike, and there's a number of reasons why this is perhaps difficult or a slightly interesting experiment. The main one being, these jumps are dirt jumps. They're very steep, they have steep landings, and they're built very close together, which means that you need to keep your flow and speed to clear them. You're not meant to pedal. The reason this works good on a dirt jump bike is because they're very stiff with no suspension. When you're in the curve of the ramp here, it's exactly the same for the landing. I'm just showing you on a takeoff. When you're in the curve, you push into the ground, which is called pumping, and that helps to generate speed, which creates flow, means you can go higher. Because the bike's stiff, all the movements are very direct to the ground. They go right through the tyres, into the ground, and you feel that increase in speed. On the downhill bike, obviously, it's very soft, as you can see, because it's designed for grip and really rough terrain on the mountains. But it doesn't mean that you can't ride these sort of jumps. In a weird way, it kind of works well, and it's going to be really good fun, I think. I'm excited to try a few tricks on it, and also if I can ride these jumps, it's going to help to build my confidence when I then want to hit gnarlier big bike park jumps. It just helps to make me feel comfortable on it. So let's go to the beginner line, give that a go, and then we'll try this jump right here. So we're going to start with these beginner ones because get used to the steep lip and the wind because it's quite windy. We've had a storm here in the UK. Oh my god. I absolutely adore this downhill bike, I love it. But right now, I wish I had the e-bike because she's not so good for pedaling, this one. Woo! Those jumps worked really good. I'm now going to progress onto the middle line, which is slightly bigger, slightly faster, and I'm going to have to really carry that speed I was talking about because I'm losing a lot of my movement through the suspension. But it is really good fun. It just feels nice landing sideways and getting away with it. I love it. Dropping in for the table line, but we're going to get a bit freestyle here because you don't need that much speed. Oh, maybe more than that. Woo! This bike is just unbelievable. It flows so good through the jumps. You can get sideways on it. It carries speed. I've got it. If you watch my bike check, I said I'm running it slightly stiffer because I'm obviously not going to be racing World Cup or anything. It's going to be used more for Bikepark and freestyle. So it is a little bit stiffer probably than a normal downhill bike, but that's making it work the dream here. I think we should go to the last jump, moto whip, and then in slow motion as well.
John Rock we a come from. Reggae I man still around. Them a try fi forget we. The foundation that we laid down. But we are the head cornerstone that the entire house was built upon.
That worked good. I think that on a massive jump you could really click the bike completely sideways. What I'm going to do now is get a suicide no hander on the go. Once again, slow motion, followed straight away by a no footed can-can.
We give the world music and soul. Follow no fashion, we are lead them. Reggae conquer every part of the globe. When minds locked, we are go free them. Free them. A jam rock we are come from. Can't you hear it in the bass and drum? Yeah, a jam rock we are come from. And reggae I man still a run. So me say, a jam rock we are come from. Can't you hear it in the bass and drum? Jamaica, jam rock we are come from. Reggae I man still a run.
We're now going to move on to a 3-dot dirt jump line here, which has a shark fin and it has a transfer, drop off and a slightly bigger double.
Every time I see you, every time I see you, my love, yeah. Every time I see you, girl, it takes me to another world where only sunshine fills the sky. Sunshine, sunshine. Every time I take your hand, I feel like I'm a rising man because your love makes me so high.
That line works so good, and that final transfer you can really whip it out and land sideways. I still get a bit scared landing a bit crooked and wobbly with my shoulder just because obviously I'm still strengthening it from my surgery a couple of months ago. What I'm going to do now is some slow motion shots of me in the transitions and landing on the downhill bike to show you the suspension working and back up the comparison that I was explaining at the start of the video, or the start of this section, where I was comparing the downhill bike to a dirt jump bike whilst riding dirt jumps. On that note, that is the end of the video, and I've had the best day ever. I've been wanting to ride this bike properly for so long. I know it's not gnarly downhill and it's not Bikepark, but this place is so sick to test this out and to try it on the dirt jumps and do some tricks. Just proves that this thing is an absolute weapon. Like I say, since building it in December, just so much excitement to get out and ride it. And today that excitement was fulfilled. Give us a thumbs up if you want to see more of the downhill bike. I know I definitely do, so it will be back on the channel. Also give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, leave some comments below, and myself, the downhill bike, will see you guys in the next video. Woo!